Dallas wasn't just a show. It was a storm of ambition, betrayal, and desire where oil flowed, secrets burned, and fame came at a cost. Behind every iconic role stood a real story. Some soared. Some shattered. All left a mark. This is the cast of Dallas, not just who they played, but who they became. Larry Hagman was born into showbiz royalty, the son of Broadway legend Mary Martin. But it was his own charisma that turned him into a television titan. After charming audiences as Major Nelson in I Dream of Jeannie, Hagman took a darker turn as J.R. Ewing, the manipulative oil baron in Dallas. His portrayal redefined villainy on TV, making Who Shot J.R. a global obsession in 1980. Off-screen, Hagman battled alcoholism and underwent a liver transplant, later becoming an advocate for organ donation. He died in 2012 at 81 years old, leaving behind a legacy of charm, menace, and unforgettable television. Patrick Duffy's journey to stardom began in Montana, far from Hollywood's glare. As Bobby Ewing, he played the moral compass of Dallas, often clashing with his ruthless brother J.R. His character's resurrection in the infamous shower scene became one of TV's most controversial twists. Beyond Dallas, Duffy starred in Step by Step, showing his comedic range. After the tragic loss of his wife Carlin Rosser in 2017, Duffy found love again with actress Linda Pearl, proving that resilience and tenderness define his off-screen life as much as his on-screen roles. Barbara Bel Geddes brought gravitas to Dallas as Miss Ellie Ewing, the heart of Southfork Ranch. A Broadway veteran and Oscar nominee, she had already made her mark in Hitchcock's Vertigo. Her portrayal of Miss Ellie was grounded, maternal, and quietly powerful, a counterbalance to the show's chaos. Bel Geddes retired from acting in the early 90s and passed away in 2005 at 82 years old, remembered not just as a performer, but as a pillar of dignity in American television. Ken Kercheval's Cliff Barnes was the eternal rival to J.R. Ewing, brilliant, bitter, and always one step behind. Kercheval initially auditioned for Ray Krebs but found his true calling in Cliff's tragic ambition. Off-screen, he battled addiction and overcame personal demons, becoming a symbol of perseverance. He returned for the Dallas reboot in 2012, still chasing oil and justice. Kercheval died in 2019 at 83 years old, having spent more time on Dallas than any other actor. Victoria Principal became a household name as Pamela Barnes Ewing, the woman caught between two warring families. Her elegance and emotional depth gave Dallas its romantic soul. But behind the scenes, Principal was fiercely independent. She left the show in 1987, refusing to return even for the finale. After Dallas, she built a skincare empire and became an advocate for animal rights. Her decision to walk away from fame was as bold as any storyline she ever played. At just 20, Charlene Tilton lit up screens as Lucy Ewing, the rebellious granddaughter with a troubled heart. Her fame was instant, but the pressure was immense. Raised without her father and navigating Hollywood alone, Tilton faced emotional struggles that mirrored her character's chaos. She later became a spokesperson for mental health and found peace in theater and indie film. Her journey from tabloid sensation to grounded artist is one of resilience and reinvention. Steve Kanaly played Ray Krebs, the ranch foreman with a secret: he was a Ewing by blood. His performance was understated but essential, grounding the show in Texas grit. Off-screen, Kanaly was a Vietnam veteran and watercolor artist, far removed from Hollywood excess. He stayed loyal to Dallas through its highs and lows, and today lives quietly in California, painting and reflecting on a career built on integrity. Susan Howard portrayed Donna Culver Krebs, one of Dallas's most intelligent and principled women. But Howard wasn't just acting, she was writing. She penned several episodes of the show, becoming one of the few women in the writer's room. Her advocacy for conservative causes later distanced her from Hollywood, but her legacy as a multidimensional creator remains. Donna's strength was hers, both scripted and lived. Before Dallas, Howard Keel was already a legend, the booming baritone of MGM musicals like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. As Clayton Farlow, he brought old-school charm and gravitas to Southfork. Off-screen, Keel was known for his warmth and professionalism. He continued performing into his 80s, even releasing a solo album late in life. He passed away in 2004 at 85 years old, leaving behind a voice that had serenaded generations. Known first as Elvis Presley's wife, Priscilla Presley stepped into her own spotlight as Jenna Wade in Dallas. Her role added glamour and complexity to the later seasons. Off-screen, she became a savvy businesswoman, transforming Graceland into a global brand and co-founding Elvis Presley Enterprises. Her life has been a balancing act between legacy and independence, and she's navigated it with poise. Sheree J. Wilson joined Dallas in its later years as April Stevens, a character who brought fresh intrigue and romantic tension. With her striking presence and emotional nuance, Wilson quickly became a fan favorite. After Dallas, she starred in Walker, Texas Ranger alongside Chuck Norris, cementing her place in action television. Off-screen, she's an advocate for autism awareness and a producer of faith-based films. George Kennedy was already an Oscar winner when he joined Dallas as Carter McKay. Known for his roles in Cool Hand Luke and The Naked Gun, Kennedy brought gravitas and grit to the series' final seasons. His towering frame and gravelly voice made him a natural fit for the world of oil and power. He passed away in 2016 at 91 years old, leaving behind a filmography as vast as the Texas plains. Kathy Podewell was just 14 when she joined Dallas as Callie Harper, the sweet-natured waitress who married J.R. Ewing. Her youth and vulnerability contrasted sharply with the show's hardened characters. After Dallas, Podewell stepped away from the spotlight to raise a family, returning occasionally for guest roles. Her brief but memorable presence remains a symbol of innocence in a world of schemers. Morgan Brittany's icy beauty made her the perfect fit for Catherine Wentworth, the scheming half-sister of Pamela. Her character's obsession with Bobby Ewing led to one of the show's most shocking moments, a car crash that killed him, temporarily. Off-screen, Brittany became a political commentator and author, embracing a new chapter far from the soundstages of Hollywood. Lee McCloskey played Mitch Cooper, Lucy's on-again, off-again husband, a doctor torn between ambition and love. While his role on Dallas was steady, McCloskey's true passion lay in the arts. A painter, philosopher, and mystic, he transformed his home into a living canvas called the hieroglyph of the human soul. His post-Dallas journey is a testament to the power of reinvention. Miss USA 1970, Deborah Shelton brought allure and mystery to the role of Mandy Winger, JR's mistress. Her character was more than a seductress, she was a woman torn between love and self-respect. After Dack Rambo joined Dallas as Jack Ewing, a charming and ambitious cousin entangled in the family's oil empire. Off-screen, Rambo had a prolific career in soap operas and primetime dramas. In 1991, he made headlines by publicly announcing he was HIV positive, a rare act of courage in Hollywood at the time. He became an advocate for AIDS awareness before passing away in 1994 at just 52 years old. His legacy is one of bravery, talent, and a life cut tragically short. Jenilee Harrison brought energy and vulnerability to the role of Jamie Ewing, a woman determined to claim her place in the family. Previously known for her role in Three's Company, Harrison transitioned from sitcom sparkle to dramatic tension with ease. Her character's mysterious death in Dallas left fans stunned. Off-screen, Harrison embraced a quieter life, occasionally appearing in TV movies and focusing on family and faith. Audrey Landers played Afton Cooper, Cliff Barnes's lover and a nightclub singer with a complicated heart. Her musical talents weren't just scripted, Landers released several albums in Europe and became a pop sensation abroad. After Dallas, she continued acting alongside her sister Judy Landers and launched a fashion line. Her blend of glamour and artistic ambition made her one of the show's most multidimensional stars. Omri Katz was just 7 when he joined Dallas as John Ross Ewing III, the son of J.R. and Sue Ellen. Growing up on set, Katz witnessed the drama of fame early. He later starred in Hocus Pocus and Erie, Indiana, becoming a cult favorite among 90s kids. Eventually, he stepped away from acting and pursued a quieter life, reportedly working in the cannabis industry. His journey reflects the unpredictable path of child stardom, from spotlight to self-discovery. Linda Gray's portrayal of Sue Ellen Ewing, the tormented, elegant wife of J.R., gave Dallas its emotional depth. Her character's descent into alcoholism and eventual empowerment mirrored Gray's own fight for recognition in a male-dominated industry. Originally hired as a body double for The Graduate, Gray rose to Emmy-nominated fame. She later reprised Sue Ellen in the 2012 reboot, showing that strength and vulnerability can coexist. Off-screen, she's a director, activist, and a symbol of graceful endurance. They played oil tycoons, lovers, rivals, and rebels. But behind the scripts were real lives, marked by triumph, tragedy, and transformation. Dallas gave them fame. Time gave them legacy. Some are gone. Some endure. All remain, etched in the memory of a show that changed television forever. If this story moved you, let us know. Drop a comment below, which Dallas star left the deepest mark on you. Like the video if you felt the nostalgia. Subscribe for more cinematic journeys into fame, loss, and legacy. The drama doesn't end here. It just fades to black, and waits for the next spotlight.